Alrighty. Let me slide this table so that's right. Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Makael. We are back with a new video. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Let me tell you, I had a great weekend up until around like 3:30 Sunday afternoon. Please make sure y'all start this video off by clicking the thumbs up button, which is the like button, and I'm asking everybody to click the like button. Please share this video to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, text message, or wherever you want to share the video. I want to say thank you to everyone who listened to the podcast this past weekend, and shout out to everybody who stuck their arm out and grabbed their elbow. Shout out to all of y'all. If you didn't listen to the podcast, you don't know what I'm talking about. Bless you. But please don't be catching no colds.
I'm not.
Okay.
Just a sneeze.
All right.
You know when you have a lot of dust.
Oh, you trying my desk?
In the atmosphere.
In my room. Don't do it. So yeah, we gotta start off this Scorpion show talking about the death of Kobe Bryant. It was definitely a shock to me. I found out because I was setting up for a party. I was having a wrestling party at one of my friend's house. And I got a phone call, and I'm like, bitch, I just got off the phone with you. Mm-hmm. And he's like, no, did you hear something about Kobe? And I'm like, no. He's like, well, I just wanted to call you to see if it was true. But yeah, they saying that Kobe died in a helicopter crash. And when he told me that, I'm getting chills again. My whole body just went through chills, and I had goosebumps just popping up everywhere. I go on TMZ.com. No, I go to Twitter. When I go to Twitter, the trending topics were not working. And that's the first time in the history of me ever going on Twitter and you can't even see a trending topic. I click a link to TMZ and it takes me to TMZ, but it was still, the website wasn't working. But I seen like an image saying like Kobe Bryant dead and 8 other people. It was just like a real... It was a shitty post. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was like, why would you just... And everybody else is going too. Like, it was just bad.
That was one of those. Those are the type of posts that they immediately got the news and immediately posted.
Right.
They didn't
care who knew.
Yeah.
If his wife knew or anybody else knew, let's just post it because we got to be first. Yeah. It was just horrible, and that's all I could think about. Oh my god, and then I'm like, okay, let me go to CNN. Let me go to ESPN. And everybody was showing sports. Nobody was talking about Kobe. Mm-hmm. Then it was, breaking news that it was a helicopter crash in Calabasas, but they wouldn't say who. And then, maybe 45 minutes later, it's like, okay, we can confirm that it was Kobe Bryant. And then it was just like, oh, people saying that it was Rick Fox also with him, and
just throwing names.
Yeah, Rick Fox and his daughters, and people just like, oh, it's just wrong information because it's supposed to be 5 people on there, so it's not adding up, and it just bothered the hell out of me because I was by myself, and I'm learning of this news, and you called me. You FaceTimed me and we talked for like 10 minutes. But it was just crazy. I still think it's crazy. And we later found out that Kobe and his daughter passed away, Gianna, who he was really looking to carry his name in basketball. Her teammates passed away with her. Some of the parents of 2 parents and a teammate. And it was a coach that passed away, and it was the pilot. So it was 9 people. And I felt, this is a horrible thing to think, but I thought of them on the helicopter. You got your parents, everybody with somebody except for that coach. When that helicopter thing happened, like, how did they brace themselves, or who did she cling on to? It just it made me sad thinking about that.
But you know what? What's so funny, because I went and I was at church. Sunday was like my first time not having my phone in my hand at church. Of course, I pay attention to the word, but sometimes I scroll. While I had set my phone down beside me, and I didn't have my phone in my hand the whole time I was at church. And then when I picked it up, I didn't check it. It was once I was leaving out of the building when I checked, and I instantly went on Facebook first, and I saw 2 posts. The first post was from TMZ saying he died, and then I saw another post under that somebody had from B. Scott, and I'm like, Kobe Bryant died. So I immediately went to Google, typed in his name. There was nothing. The only thing that was up there was the tweet he had tweeted to LeBron James congratulating him. That was it. No death, no nothing. So then I went to CNN on the CNN app. Nothing. So then I went back to Facebook, and now I'm trying to find the people who posted it. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Then I go to Instagram. Nobody posted nothing about it on Instagram. Then I go back to Facebook. Then I go back to Instagram, and then I started seeing. And I'm like, wait, huh? So I'm like, no, this can't be. This might be one of those things where it's just like,
you wanted to be a host.
You know what I mean? And we were seeing it all on our timelines before CNN had posted it. Because then afterwards, CNN, the notification came on my phone and said it was a helicopter crash involving Kobe Bryant, whatever the case may be. Then it was all these conflicting stories. When I saw that his daughter was possibly on the thing, I'm like, oh, please don't let that be true. Please don't let that be true. Then I saw you post something about Rick Fox, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is getting crazier and crazier. And I'm like, this story's just getting a little too wild, because now his daughter, then I see Kevin post Rick Fox. I'm like, nah, I don't think this is true. But as it went on, it's like, it is true. And then as crazy as the day was, then you start seeing people posting this video of this helicopter crash and saying that it was Kobe Bryant's helicopter crash. And I started getting very upset, because anybody with connected brain cells would know that that's not his helicopter crash video. But people see things, and they see somebody say something, and then they post it and they repost it, and then that's how lies get out there. Fake news, the way what Donald Trump says. And I started posting like, this is not his helicopter crash, whatever the case may be. It was just so sad to see. Then I learned, from how it came about, that when you mentioned, if they were bracing themselves, I don't even think that it was one of those things that we think of when you're about to crash and everybody's bracing themselves for impact. Because I read, and I'm sure by now we've all heard that where they were flying at, they were flying through fog. And it was kind of like all the other helicopters in that area had been told to come down, and they were still up there. I read that their helicopter actually crashed, which makes a lot of sense, especially flying through fog, because fog is not going to make a helicopter crash, mechanically anyway. They crashed on the side of a mountain, meaning they didn't see. You see what I'm saying? They didn't see what was going on. And if they did see it, it was a little too late, because they crashed on the side of the mountain, wherever the case may be. But it kind of reminded me when I was in California 2 years ago, on my way back home to Philly at the airport where I was at. I left early that morning, and there was like this heavy fog. And I remember we got on the plane, and we started backing away from the gate, and we started taxiing down the runway. And before we took off, the pilot got on the loudspeaker and said that they had told them that we couldn't take off until the fog cleared. And it was like to the point that if you look out your window right now, you couldn't see nothing. Like, you couldn't see nothing. You couldn't see another plane. You couldn't even see a person if a person was standing there. It was just gray. We sat on that runway for about a good 10-15 minutes before they got the all clear. Now, mind you, it was still foggy, because I'm like, well, damn, we got the all clear, but I still don't see shit. But I guess it was clearing up enough for them to take off. So we finally took off, and as we took off, as we were going higher and higher, I'm looking out the window, and I'm like, oh my God, like, it's really, you can't see shit. To the point that I was getting scared, Kevin, because I'm thinking, like, I can't see shit, and what if something just comes out of this grayness and hits us? Like, that's how scared I was. But as we got higher and higher, the fog started to disappear, and all of a sudden you started seeing all this blue. And then you notice, and then I looked down, and we were flying now above the fog. And I'm like, I can only imagine these people in this helicopter not seeing anything. Probably, and me personally, I hope and pray that they didn't see it coming. You know what I mean? Because I'm just like, that would have been such a horrible thing to actually see that happen. I hope and pray that they didn't see it happen, and it just happened. Well, we know it happened instantly, but you know, I hope it was one of those things that they didn't see that coming, because I can't imagine somebody actually watching their death come towards them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it really bothered me, and I instantly thought of that. Like, wow, I remember we were flying through this fog and we couldn't see a fucking thing. I can't even like, and then I didn't even, my mind didn't even grab, because I made a comment. I forgot who I was talking to, and was it you?
What?
When I made the comment about his funeral and they possibly bringing his body here?
No.
I was talking to somebody and I said, yeah, you know, they'll probably bring his body here, and then and they said his body, he's gone. Like the helicopter blew up and there's no bodies of them. They're probably just dentures, and they're probably, you know. And I didn't think about that. And I said, oh my God, you're absolutely right. Once the helicopter crashed, big fireball, and probably all their bodies probably were kind of burnt like remember Aaliyah? Because remember when Aaliyah died, the only thing they were able to recognize her with was her dental.
Really?
Yeah, she didn't have none of their bodies were recognizable, because you know the plane had blew up.
Oh God, my mind is just, I'm just like,
yeah.
All right, let's. I can't think like that.
I'm sure there is a body, but I don't think it's like recognizable.
I don't know.
Because when you think about it, if the helicopter crashes, of course there's going to be an explosion. They crashed on the side of a mountain, so it's going to take a minute before people get up there. Nobody survived. So most likely they were all strapped in and burned.
Could, yeah.
Because nobody's not going to... First of all, the way they died, none of them are going to have an open casket.
Mm-mm.
No.
No. I just don't want... I want that image out my head of burnt bodies.
Yeah. People, just be mindful of the stuff that we repost. Like, you know, a lot of people were reposting that helicopter video just saying...
Or people just like, oh, this their bodies. And somebody sent me that, like, y'all already know, so I didn't even open it. But don't send me nothing like that. I don't get no jewelry. I don't send nothing like that. But it was like, I didn't cry that day. And, you know, like, while that was going on, we still playing, and like people calling me, you know, everybody saying it's crazy. We enjoyed ourselves. We watched wrestling. We watched some of the Grammys. I barely watched any of the Grammys because I was so into the wrestling, and you know, we all drinking and eating and just having a good time. I had, for a moment, I even forgot that Kobe passed away. And then I watched the 6 o'clock news, and you know, with them being from the Philly area, they up in Lower Merion, they up, you know, they showing California, and then they talking just all these different videos and different interviews and clips. It just made me cry. I was like sniffling, crying at 6 o'clock in the morning, because it just really hit me that this happened. And then I'm thinking about his wife. She lost a husband and a daughter. Then the daughters lost their sister and their father. It's going to be a hard healing process.
But then that other family on there, that mother and the father and the daughter,
right,
they left 2 other kids behind. So it's like their kids lost a parents and a sibling.
Just.
Then one of the husbands, he was being interviewed. His wife was on the helicopter, and he was saying how he had to tell his kids about their mother not coming back home.
That's the coach. She was the one by herself.
By herself, yeah. And he said that, you know, he always feared of her going in the helicopter, and he just always had a bad feeling.
And they talked about, you know, Kobe talked about how he took helicopters because it was easy for him to be a family man, and it was quicker for him to get to where
and that's when you have money
to be. Yes,
because he was talking about it like it was an Uber ride.
Right.
Because I saw that video and I'm like, wow, this is when you have money. Because he's like, yeah, I just casually just get in the helicopter and we just fly 15 minutes, and I'm thinking like, Can you imagine how much money that is to rent a helicopter?
I think he probably owned that helicopter. As many helicopter things as he was taking, he probably owned it. But the thing is, that helicopter, no, he probably, I don't know. But the helicopter, it didn't have a black box, nor did it was required to have a black box. So we'll never know what was said or what was going on.
They just only have the audio from the pilot, the last
with the audio. With the
when he contacted the
correct. And you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Before they crashed.
Yeah, but his death, like.
But they weren't in any distress at that time. They just said that the pilot said that it wasn't like a distress call. Yeah. You know what I mean? It wasn't a distress call. He was just letting them know the conditions in which they were flying in. That's why I said I honestly don't think that they saw that coming. I think that it was just one of those things that. And I also think I read that the radar or whatever was not even picking up certain things. So that pilot then probably never even saw that mountain right there. You know what I mean? Like, it's just sad. I just think that when you have conditions like that, pilots need to be ordered to land. Not, oh, we're going to try to figure out, no, come down. And if you don't come down, you lose something. Because that's how, and I'm not blaming the pilot, but I'm saying, you see, I'm just saying that stuff like this, it's so avoidable. It could be so avoidable. Like, if other pilots in that area were ordered to come down, why wasn't this particular pilot coming down? Mm-hmm. Why did he get to the point where he was getting to the point where he couldn't navigate through that fog? Like, how did he even get to that point? And to think that they were saying that all these other helicopters were ordered down, and that was the only one that crashed that day.
Like, I mean, you know, I just, first of all, I'm scared of little planes. I'm scared of helicopters.
I've never been in a helicopter. I just never had no desire to go in one.
I get nervous because you know how they get you probably get a connecting flight and you got to walk on the walkway, the runway. Like,
well, when I experienced that fog, we were on a little small because I was leaving out of a small airport going to a bigger airport.
And it feels shaky. I'm just like, oh no, I'd rather be on a big commercial plane. But yeah, it's just all around. It's just it's a horrible thing. Like, I'm trying not to get emotional just talking about it. And then you got everybody around the NBA. You know, so many people looked up to Kobe Bryant. I remember Kobe Bryant when it was just a big thing for him going straight from the high school into the NBA, and Brandy going on his prime. Like, we just was learning about this guy who was just like, he's going to take the NBA by storm. And I believe he won, 5 or 6 rings with the LA Lakers. I just remember.
And that was like the only team he played for in his career.
That's the only team he played for. And even though people knew he was from Philly, he would still get booed playing here. I remember the 2001 NBA Finals, the Lakers versus the Sixers. I just, like, that was just a fun time because we really thought that Allen Iverson was going to do it, and it just didn't happen. We didn't get swept because we won that first game, but we lost the rest of the other games. But it was still like, it was hype. It was just, this city was on fire. But the love, like, people love Kobe, but when it comes to the game, they're gonna boo Kobe. But when he had his, his farewell tour, everybody showed love to Kobe because he's done so much for basketball. And the thing is, I didn't even know that Kobe was doing all of this stuff, like this Mamba volleyball and basketball. Him being a coach to his daughter's team. Like, I didn't know that Kobe was doing so much behind the scenes. Like, I really did not know he was doing all of that. And I went to his Instagram, and you can tell he was hyped to,
Nobody's not on his Instagram, is it? Like, still posting stuff?
No, nobody. I hope nobody don't keep posting. But you can look back, and you can see he loved his family. You can tell he was hyped up for his daughter playing basketball and just her learning the game. It's just horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible, y'all. So we have to continue to pray for, Kobe's family. And then I was reading that his dad was mending things, because y'all remember there was a time when his parents were selling his memorabilia. Like Kobe was not excited about that.
Oh, I remember that.
Like bought them a house and they didn't think it was enough. It was just, it was a lot going on. Kobe had his, his things going on with his family just like we do. But it's just, that's a hurt piece if you working on salvaging the thing and it just never happens. Now, you got to pray for his father, and you got to pray for his parents, period. They lost their child. But when you working on a relationship with somebody and they die, you got to live with that forever, because you'll never be able to hash out your differences. And you got to live with that forever. Like, it just really makes you appreciate life. And, it's a shame that Kobe had to be that wake-up call for us to appreciate life and to enjoy life and to understand and to really know that tomorrow's not promised to nobody. So all the things that we want, to accomplish, we need to do them now. Just go for them.
But what I would like for people, I don't know, maybe I'm a little, I don't know, but I want people to understand how life works. Mm-hmm. And I want every time, because I'm seeing too many people, and I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm seeing too many people saying that Kobe Bryant's death made me realize how short life is. And I'm like, wait, it took for Kobe Bryant to die for you to realize that? Like, come on. Like, we have signs around us every single day that life is short. That life is short. Life should be taken seriously. Life is precious. But it kind of, it freaks me out when I see people post that, because I'm just like, you ain't got no family members that died? You ain't got nobody close to you that died? Like, it's just like, we have to start valuing life. And when I see people say that Kobe Bryant's death made them realize life is short, then that means that you're not even paying attention to the life that you're living now. Because you thinking that every day that you getting up every day, you thinking that every day that you get up, you going about your business and you going to make it home. No, there's no guarantee that people, like when I leave here, I'm not guaranteed to make it back to my house. You know what I mean? People need to understand that there's no guarantee that you are going to make it to your next destination. So you should value life as it is now and not wait for somebody like a Kobe Bryant or another celebrity to die for you to realize, oh, life, I just realized life and how short life is. No. We have warning signs all around us every single day. Every single day we got warning signs around us that life is short. But most of us don't pay attention to that, because most of us go about our daily life like, oh, well, I'll be home tomorrow and I'll be... That's not how it works. Like, the older I get, the more I'm learning. The older I get, the more I find myself saying to somebody, I'll see you tomorrow, God willing. Because I don't know if I'm going to be there tomorrow. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I really don't know. I honestly and truly don't know. Especially when you live in a city where everybody from elderly people to young people are just getting shot.
Yep, every day.
You don't know if you're going to... Like that young girl who got killed a month or two ago, not too far from here, getting off of the bus coming from the mall. Somebody just walked up and randomly, the guy, and I thought that it was just somebody shooting, it was a stray bullet. Then I found out the guy, no, he was crazy, he just randomly shot the girl, she was getting off the bus. Mm-hmm. Like, stupid stuff like that. My cousin and I, we had went out to dinner last night, and we were talking, and we had mentioned how certain groups of people go inside schools and malls and be shooting up. And we were saying how it don't be us, because we don't do stuff like that. And my cousin, she asked the question, she said, like, what do you get out of going inside of a school or a mall or a workplace and just shooting everybody up? She said, us as black people, when we get mad at each other, we go to the person that we got a problem with. I'm not going to go shoot up no damn school. Mm-hmm. Those people in that school didn't do shit to me. I'm not going to go shoot up my job. Those people at my job ain't do shit to me. I'm looking for the person who did it to me. And that's why it's like, you have to value life, because you just don't know. You could walk into work today or tomorrow and somebody come in with a gun and shoot up everything. Shoot up everybody. Look at now. Church. You're not even safe in church. People come into churches and shooting up the churches. shooting up synagogues, shooting up mosques. So it really shouldn't take a celebrity's death for you to realize how short life is. You should be paying attention to the fact that every minute is not promised. It's not promised to us. It's not promised to us at all. It's not promised to us, especially when you got young people who are dying just like that. And you be like, dang, I just saw. Yeah, that's usually how death works. You just see somebody and then 2 minutes later, they're dead. You know what I mean? Like 2 minutes later, they dead. Look at Kobe Bryant. They said he and his daughter went to mass early that morning. And then what? A few hours later, they're gone. We have to start valuing life, and what you said about, valuing life, those grudges that you have against people. I'm not saying become best friends with everybody. No. But that stupid petty stuff, let that shit go. It doesn't feel like, I can honestly say there is not a person on this earth that I have a gripe with. I have no gripes with nobody on this earth, because nobody has made me that mad that I feel like I hate you and I can't talk to you no more. Are there people that I just feel like, yeah, for a while, for right now, I'm keep my distance? Yeah. But am I at the point where I'm like, I hate you and I'll never speak to you again? Hell no, because ain't nobody ever do nothing to me that I feel like I will never speak to them again. I can't imagine the people who are walking around on this earth like that with people, especially with their own family. I'm never speaking to that one again. And you're like, wait, that's your dad you talking about? Yeah, I'm never speaking to him again. It's like, how? How can you say that? You never speak to your dad again, but then Kobe Bryant died and you all on Instagram, oh, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, I'm crying over. How? When your father, you don't speak to your own father. And I'm not talking about you don't speak to your father because he sexually abused you or physically abused you. You don't speak to your father because he did something that you didn't like, so now you don't speak to him no more. Like, come on. Like, that's why I just try to, sometimes I sit back and I just scroll through social media and I just see certain people post stuff and I just like, come on, this is really for social media. You're just doing this for social media. I know you're doing it for social media because I know you. You know what I mean? And it's just like, come on. I think we should get to the point now that every time a celebrity dies, we should stop saying, oh, I'm just realizing how short life is. No, you should realize that every single day, because tomorrow is not promised. Every day that I wake up, every single day, because I work at night. Every single day when I wake up, I always thank God for allowing me to wake up. Because I could have died in my sleep. I could have died in my sleep. I could have died before I got to work. I thank him because he gave me a chance to see another day. And then at the end of the day, I thank him again. Why? Because he allowed me to go through that day in which he allowed me to wake up earlier that day. I made it through another day and I made it throughout the day. And I thank him in the beginning and I thank him in the end. Because he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to do that. I could have been like Kobe Bryant on that plane 2 years ago. And my plane could have crashed. You know what I mean? Anything could happen. Anything could happen to us, and we have to realize that life is short and it's precious. It's so unfortunate because his daughter, that other little girl that was on that helicopter, they had their whole lives in front of them. And it was cut short. It was cut short over something, over fog. Something Mother Nature, over fog. Like, look how, you know what I mean? Like, fog is the reason why the helicopter crashed into a mountain. Because the pilot couldn't see. If that's not a wake-up call, then I don't know what the fuck is. Because that's a wake-up call right there. But that's just all I had to say. It was burning me for the past 2 days. I'm just like, yeah, this is like, I want people to understand that life is more precious than just getting up every day and doing our daily routine. Like, I don't care who you don't, I'm not telling you to be a Christian. I'm not telling you to be a Muslim. I'm not telling you to be any other. I'm just telling you to thank the man upstairs. Because he's the reason why all of us are moving and grooving. I'm not telling you to go get baptized. I'm not telling you to go take your shahada. I'm just saying thank the man upstairs. Because it could have gone a different way. It could have gone a different way. And the older I get too, I'm learning too. You know how sometimes when people say, when people make statements like, I'm glad to be here because it could have been worse. I could have been in my grave or whatever, something like that. You know, people make statements like, well, I'm happy to be alive and not dead. Well, you know, never mind. I'll just leave that alone because I feel like I'm going too deep into this. But yeah, that's all I had to say about this. I'm done. Because I was about to go way over on that block over there. And you wouldn't have been able to pull me back.
Yeah, I just feel like, even though it's sad that he's gone, this is the way it was supposed to happen. That's just how.
This was written long before he got on this earth.
That's how life is. But his death definitely it's gonna be a reminder to those who don't, appreciate that they get to wake up every day. Like this man was doing a lot of things I didn't know. It's not like I was, checking for Kobe Bryant stuff. Like, the last time the thing I was even thinking about Kobe is when, they played the Sixers. The Lakers played the Sixers this weekend, and LeBron surpassed Kobe's all-time scoring record. And so now LeBron is number 3, and I believe Kobe is number 4. And, it was just a big thing. And then Sunday, the inevitable happens. But this is the way, and it sucks to say, but this is the way that it's supposed to happen. And it just sucks that it was him. It sucks that he has a baby that won't get to know who he was. A 2-year-old that will probably remember some things, but not too much. And then she'll have the memories only the oldest and the mother. Mm-hmm. And then the families of the other victims that was on there. It's just a sad way to go out. It's sad and it's hurtful. But yeah, I think we all need to. I do think that we all need a wake up call sometime. I think we do. Even when even if you are a person that thank God, sometimes you don't do it every day. Sometimes you just forget. Sometimes you just be so worried about yourself, or you don't think about others, or you so worried about other people. And sometimes you do need to care about. I just want people to. I hope that this makes people become closer with their family. That man loved his family. That's all you hear about in these stories. The viral story of the lady that works for ESPN, talking about her and Kobe. When Kobe noticed she was pregnant, that she was having a girl. And just telling her that if he could have 5 more girls, he would just have all girls, because he's a girl's dad. And just the conversations that they had, she'll live. That's gonna live with her forever and ever and ever. Like, so many people got so many different stories about Kobe, and people are gonna be able to, like, the people that don't know Kobe, they're gonna find out who Kobe is, because so many people will be talking about him and the life that he lived and the love that he had for so many people and the lives he tried to change for so many people. I learned that he didn't even want the Bryant Gymnasium at Lower Merion. He didn't even want that gymnasium to be in his name, but he still went and spoke to everybody and stuff like that. He was humble, and he's definitely not like some of these other of the NBA players are or act the way they do. Like, it's just, I just don't know what else to say, but we really lost a good person.
We lost a legend, like yes. A giant, like a giant. Like, that's a giant, and it wasn't even like, you didn't even have to watch basketball to know who the hell Kobe Bryant was.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you didn't have to watch it to know who he was and to know the impact that he made in the basketball field. Like, it's crazy, and it's so sad. It really is sad, because he was so young, like only 41.
41 years old. First of all, he retired a couple of years ago.
Like 2 years ago, right?
Yes.
3 years ago. Was it 2017 or 2018? It was either one of those years.
Yeah, it could have been 2016. I don't even remember. All I know is that he went on that farewell tour, and I don't think ain't nobody. I don't even think I cared that he had a farewell tour or whatever. But it's just Like, I don't even think I heard anything from Kobe. You know, people was waiting for LeBron, but people had so many negative
his wife was married
comments.
for 19 years.
Yes,
Wow.
remember that? Like,
Wow, I didn't know they was married for that long.
yeah. That's when they had went through that scandal and
2016.
all of that.
2016. He
2016.
retired. Wow.
He
So
went
he's
through
been
that.
in retirement for about a good 3 years.
3 years, and he was doing all of that work. Mamba this and Mamba that. Like, we're going to be hearing that for a long time. Mamba. Like, I didn't know he was doing all of that stuff. And working with so many children and just, he was moving in. I don't think he was moving in silence. I just didn't know. I just didn't know that he was doing all of that stuff. And we're going to continue to hear more stories like that. Especially because I know they're going to televise his funeral.
Oh yeah, it's going to be
Or
his
the
memorial.
memorial
Yeah, it's
service.
going to be televised.
Yeah.
It's going to be
And we're going to learn so many more stories. And hopefully it can inspire people and, you know, to do things. Like that's how I feel about something. Like I went to my uncle's funeral, like, oh my God, 2006. Like, everybody got there and they spoke about him, and I just, like, that's the kind of person I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just want everybody, when I go, I want everybody to have a good story. Even if it's a bad story, it'll turn into a good story.
I just want
one
people,
day.
when I go, I want people to tell the truth.
Right.
Don't get up there and make the lies up about me. If I got on your nerves, say it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know, don't get up there. Oh, I went to this funeral once, Kevin, and they lied. They lied. And I ain't going to say they lied, because maybe that was just the one, you know, that they saw. But I was sitting in that funeral like, well, who the hell are we talking about? Because this guy was a menace.
Really?
Yeah, he was a troublemaker.
What? Yeah, you told me about
Yes.
that.
And I was just like, I'm looking around like, I don't know who we in here talking about, but okay.
Wow.
And at that moment, when I went to that funeral, I said, nope.
Mm-hmm.
When I go, tell the truth. If I got on your nerves, say it.
Right.
If we had a couple of disagreements, don't feel bad to say it. Say it.
Yeah. Then the Kevin was always ready to have a good
Yeah.
time.
I'm not going to speak at your funeral because you don't want me to get up there.
What you said? I don't want you to speak about me.
You don't want me to get up there.
You better get up there. And you better talk about the good, the bad,
And the
good.
And it'd be more ugly than a
Yeah. Everybody got a good story and a bad story about me. I think so. Everybody. But sometimes not always say, but most of the time, the bad stories turn into the funniest stories. Because we look back, like, you remember that time, such and such, such and such, and we laugh.
Oh, dust.
What? Stop playing, Makael. I'm doing something serious here.
You just saw your face just there.
Yes, so we have my friends like that wrestling video I posted with us, with me and a couple other people acting a fool. I'm paying for that right now because my back kind of hurts.
Yeah, you were all on the floor.
My leg hurt, my arm hurt. Like I'm getting old. Like using muscles I don't never use. People picking me up, picking people up.
Oh wow.
We had a good
Who picked
time.
you up at the party?
Everybody. No, we stop. No. This I don't think you ever met.
It wasn't
Chris.
that kind of
He's
party.
nice. No,
Okay.
it was a wrestling party.
Oh, okay.
And at first I'm like, oh, these bitches better eat, cause I didn't think
Boy, anybody wanted to pay.
They didn't want to. That was something that was said earlier that night, and I said, wait a minute, I hope they don't think that
This is that kind of party.
That hoes better eat.
Cause this ain't that kind of party.
Malik had ordered hoagie trays. I had the
Somebody
party
said that?
wings. Yeah, somebody said that. Tell me maybe they got the plans after this. I don't know. The most started eating.
Yeah,
Okay. It was nothing left. Nothing left from the hoagies was there. The chicken was all gone.
Where you get the chicken from?
I got party wings because they was on sale at the Fresh Grocer. They was on sale for $4.88 a bag. And this was 2 weeks ago. Remember when you took me to the market? I got them things.
Oh, you made them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you fried it at Malik's house?
Well, Malik and then fried it because you know I don't cook.
Okay.
Them type of things. They had it done. They had the chips. None of the chips was there. The dip was like they. And I'm glad.
Everybody ate, right?
Yes. I'm like, because at first I'm like, y'all all sitting like y'all trying to be too cute.
And like this is
like
turn into another
right.
party, and it's not.
And bitch, them drinks hit. Once them drinks hit, they start eating it. Really, we had a good time. And it was from 5:30. They ain't leave till like 12 because you know I wasn't going home. They left.
Yo, you never did.
Shut up.
You wear.
What they say about left out wherever she go. And if I could have stayed longer, I would have. I came home late last night, but because I kept getting too many phone calls. Like, do you
from here?
Yeah.
What?
Can you open the door? Can you do that? I'm not home. Damn, I couldn't even enjoy 2 days of relaxation. My friend was like, come back whenever. Listen, don't tell me that because I will. But I'm saying I will come back.
No, I'm talking about them.
Yeah. Then my sister called me. Gigi, she called me about something totally different. Well, what's going on? But where you at? And I'm just like, I'm not home.
Damn.
Yes, I was like, you know what? Listen, I think I need to go home. And then I was worried about my mom. Then of course she worried about me. Because you know her. I just want you to enjoy yourself.
Well, I can't enjoy myself if you worry about me and I worry about you.
You know how she is. Because I don't want you to be doing nothing crazy. I'm not doing nothing crazy. Yeah, everybody knows me.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, I think she lost her mind. She didn't lose that part.
No, she didn't lose that part of her mind.
Yeah, because I don't want nothing to happen to you.
Because we know you.
Yeah, I'm crazy. But
we know. We know.
No, we had no.
They don't know.
We know. Had a good time. And y'all seen them videos. Y'all know if y'all was a party with me, y'all would have a good time.
Oh no, they just don't. That's a good time. We talking. Those are the good times.
Yes.
We talking about the crazy time.
Yeah, it's always a crazy time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just don't give me no weed brownies and don't give me no alcohol.
They had that at the time?
No, they had no weed brownies there. Some people were smoking weed, but it was really. I think you should watch. Maybe you should come to a WrestleMania.
No, I should not come to no WrestleMania. You should come
watch
I'm not into wrestling.
But you
watching wrestling is like watching Homework Channel for me.
You could be into guys that's watching wrestling.
No, I can't.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Wait, what? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Kevin. I'm gonna send you some pictures so you can learn what they are.
Kevin. Yeah, maybe I do. Just for that.
Tell him he can come to the party.
Kevin, what I tell you. I mean, I'm just like, Joe. So this is. I mean, just everything. Wait, no.
Yes.
Look, I'm like, oh my God.
Yes. Let me tell y'all, we had that. First of all, the women's Royal Rumble to me, it was okay. It was alright. But the men's Royal Rumble, when Brock Lesnar was just tearing everybody up, and then the guy that eliminated Brock, we was like, okay, he gonna win. We knew he was gonna be the winner. And then when Edge came back, like, that shit was, everybody was yelling and screaming in that house. We just, because Edge was a person. Actually, I went to Edge's last match. It was at Atlanta at WrestleMania 27. Mm-hmm. And then the next night he said he had to retire because basically he's like, if one wrong move, I'm done. Like, he could be paralyzed and he can't feel no feel in his arm. But, it's 9 years later, and he got some new doctors, and they're saying, like, everything's a go. Everything's a go, but he needs to be careful. He really needs to be careful. And when you watch his matches, and when somebody pick you up and slam you on your neck, or when you see him get hit in the head with a chair last night, that's the stuff that make people be like, look, y'all got to really chill. Because you don't want to injure nobody.
Right.
But people some of them wrestlers, they like, if I can't wrestle, then I can't function. And I think that's what's going on in his mind. So he's like, he had to come back. But I'm happy he's back. Good for him. His wife is there. She's, you know, she's a Hall of Famer like him. She wrestled on the same thing. And they got kids, but it's still not enough for some people. They got more things they want to accomplish, and he feels like I haven't done everything I was supposed to do, even though he did a whole lot. But yeah, it was just fun. If y'all not into wrestling, that's fine. It's my soap opera. It's our soap.
No, that's fine. No, just you be into it. I'm just not. It doesn't excite me.
Yeah.
Like the Hallmark Channel. Some people love the Hallmark Channel. I'm like, why are you watching those movies?
And them cheesy
movies. And it's like the same storyline.
Yeah, and nobody can act.
No,
it's like
a bad time. Like
yeah, and Tyler Perry with these wigs. Listen, you are damn near a billionaire, and you can't find women to get these wigs right,
or men, because there are some men. Don't be.
Yeah,
don't do that.
You can't find
wig makers that are men.
You can't find people that can make wigs that look good. Stop it. And Terry Crews, I want to talk about more about you on the podcast this week, because we got to really go in depth and talk about it, because Gabrielle Union had your back when you went to Congress and you were speaking out.
Sure did.
And now you can't even have her back. Even if you did not experience the things that she experienced on that show while y'all was there together, you should still say that you back her up and you support her. Not...
It was like, I was with what he said until he kept going on.
Right.
Like, for instance, he started off by saying, I never experienced that. Okay, fine. You never experienced that. Okay. Then he went on to say, I have never seen nothing. They are the best people I've ever... And it's like, oh, you just kissing ass now. Because my response would have been, you know what? Makael, as me being me, I've never experienced anything like that. However, if that is something that Gabrielle experienced, I would hope that she would be able to tell her truth and get her story out there in the best way that she can, and hopefully something can be resolved, because nobody should have to feel like they are being discriminated against or whatever the case may be in the workplace. You know what I mean? I love Gabrielle. That's my sister. You know, that's my sister. So whatever it is that she's going through, I support her 100%. But as for me, I've never experienced anything like that while I was there. But instead, he went on and, and they don't do, and no, they don't do that. Oh God, yeah. And it's like, and then he went on and threw salt on the wound even more when he put that tweet out. Oh, the only person I got to speak up for
is my wife.
I don't know. Oh my God.
I love me some Rebecca or something.
The only woman I got to answer to is Rebecca. I'm like, oh my God. So now basically you are chucking and jiving.
Yeah, and he's gonna be canceled soon.
Oh, he is gonna be
canceled. All them people that stood up for you.
Yep.
Yep. Horrible.
He's gonna be canceled real soon. The way they canceled Chrisette Michelle.
Yeah, but they still love Kanye.
Yeah.
And that's the funny thing.
I don't get. Well,
y'all run to the stores to buy Kanye shoes.
Oh, they go to church.
Right. Okay.
Oh God.
Follow him around the world.
Everybody's going to church now.
Yeah. But Chrisette was so wrong.
They love him for Kanye.
But it's not a rude person.
But it's not a rude person in the choir. When it comes, all of them are well bred on how to sing a song.
Right.
Okay.
Yes, and they do it beautifully.
Yeah. But they still haven't solved my problem with fixing my goddamn washing machine. It still sits over there in a drain. Oh, does it? Just tell us all your business.
Right, it do sit right. And thank God it does.
Thank God it didn't.
That water,
as much clothes as y'all washing here.
Okay. And that water go right down there. It don't go down one drain, it'll go down the other drain. But the only thing is, when you get people that come here, they act like, oh, they can't take the washing machine out the drain. They want you to do it. No, but bitch, that's what you get paid for. You take it out the drain. Cause I'm not
you a plumber?
Aren't you a plumber? Yeah, I'm not lifting. No washing machine.
Well, when they come here to fix it, their job is not to lift nothing. Their job is to fix the problem, not to lift the problem.
But they do gotta. They can lean it forward, do whatever you gotta do. But they don't want to do their job. They, in the first of all, they still don't like coming to North Philly. Like, it's really a problem that you have a serious maintenance plan and they don't want to do maintenance for your materials.
They see this address and say, "Oh, no, I'm not going
Right.
there."
They come here bright and early. They don't come here no 3, 4 o'clock.
No. Do you blame them?
No.
God, that's when they start shooting 3, 4
They
o'clock.
shoot at any time these days.
I've never been around here at 7 in the morning, so nobody's shooting.
I look at my phone and that Citizens app.
Oh my God.
It's lit. Like, it be like, what are y'all doing? Like 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, y'all out here.
And you sleep hard too. You don't hear it, do you?
I wake up and I see it. I be asleep. But if I do see something stupid, I reply. I put something in the comment, like, damn, like, but these people, like, we got a lot going on in our city. We do. And we don't have a mayor.
Got a serious plan.
I heard that the mayor getting engaged. I didn't even know he wasn't married.
Who?
The mayor is getting engaged.
Well, I heard what he said to the mummers.
Yeah, right. And we forgot all about the mummers.
What the fuck is going on? Or y'all right. Mum and marching down nobody's street next year.
I was like, so he was really serious.
Yeah.
Somebody really got up in his ass because this is 3 weeks later and he said something about it. So I was
he probably needs to investigate.
Yeah.
So I give him the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
Because you can't really just jump on something right away. You got to make sure you have all your ducks in a row. Mm-hmm. And when he put out that statement, I said, oh, he must have did his homework and realized, yeah, this shit is not, because when those two guys had that blackface on a few weeks ago and tried to justify why they had, I'm like,
and the city pays for this party.
Yeah.
And it's not being inclusive if you're going to wear blackface.
No.
Like, come on. But I don't go to the Mama's Parade.
I don't know any black person that does go to the Mama's Parade.
No. When I was a kid, like, we would go downtown, but not no more. Like, it definitely has evolved and, like, or you notice people true colors when it came to that. But I used to watch it on 17, and they used to show, like, the different string bands and the comedy acts and all of that stuff.
Now,
like,
for those of you that don't live in Philly and you're asking, what is the Mummers Parade? Mm-hmm. It's a parade that happens here in Philadelphia every New Year's Day.
Right.
Every New Year's Day, Philadelphia has this big parade downtown. And the Mummers Parade, it's like these different guys, the different people who are dressed up in different type of costumes. The only way I can think of it or to describe it, well, Google it. Google Mummers Parade Philadelphia, and then you'll see the different costumes. Mummers, that's M-U-M-M-E-R-S. And you'll see the different costumes that they wear. And it's just like it kind of reminds you of a masquerade.
Yeah,
party.
like that's what I say when you think of New Orleans and they're the Zulus. And
it's like our version of that, but New Orleans is 10 times better. 10 times better. Because we blacks don't participate in the Mummers Parade. It'd be a bunch of white people marching down there and a bunch of white people down there watching them.
Yeah, they're different bands and crews and like they come up with comedy acts and it's all in the spirit of competition. Right. But it don't feel like a competition, but it really is.
Right. But over recent years, it's been coming out that they are some of the stuff has been like a little bigoted and racist towards blacks. And so as each year goes on, there's more and more stories coming out, and black people are just like, we're not, we don't have no deal in that. I don't know no black mummer either. And so, excuse me, a few weeks ago on New Year's Day 2020, they had an incident at the Mummers Parade where these two guys, they were marching in the parade and they had blackface. Two white guys had blackface. And they were called out on it and they were trying to justify why they had
did
it
interviews in blackface.
Interviews in blackface, telling us that it's not blackface.
Right.
So who am I going to believe? You or my lying eyes?
It's like you don't know what's going on. Like y'all know.
But that's because they think that we're that stupid, Kevin. Mm-hmm. They think that we're that stupid that we don't know what we're watching.
And then, what's her name? Megan Kelly had something to say.
Wow.
Try to point out a picture like y'all didn't say nothing on Robert Downey Jr. She's still bitter about her losing her job. Talking about, the blackface thing. It's over with. Girl power.
Megan fucking Kelly.
Right. I still can't get over how they got.
Ever since she left Fox, she's not keeping nothing.
No.
She's not keeping no job.
No.
Nobody really wants her. I remember she tried to have that. Remember that? Do she still got that gig on NBC?
No. She got fired for talking about blackface.
Oh, yeah.
And seeing nothing wrong with it.
Now what is she doing? She's on
sitting at home doing nothing.
Oh,
collecting that good old NBC check.
Yeah,
She got that 7 pay. And she don't got to work. She
really don't have to work anymore. Yeah,
No.
sit back and relax.
But I don't know if her stock is still as high anymore because when she went to NBC, her Sunday show didn't do good, and she had lower ratings than the third.
She's better off just doing a podcast. But she can talk her shit.
Right. Or
she
go
can
to Fox News.
Well, go back to. Well, she's probably not gonna go back there.
She might. Where is she going? Don't nobody else want her?
No, I'm just saying after all that incident what happened over there at Fox News.
But she was still working there while it was going on. She left because NBC offered her a big contract. They offered her like $18
But I was so
million.
stupid coming back. Oh, see, it didn't work over there on NBC. Now you gotta bring your white ass back here. I think she's just better off doing a podcast.
Yeah, she might. What it's going to be called, I don't know. Will I listen? No. I used to like to watch her show, but some stories I feel she was tone deaf on, and then some stuff I felt she was right on.
They always are. Like, well, didn't she do a story about Santa Claus saying Santa Claus is white?
Right. Yeah, Santa Claus is white.
Yeah, he's not black.
Yeah, right. That's what she said.
First of all, Santa Claus is not even a real person, bitch.
Anybody can be Santa Claus.
Yes. So the fact that you even said that Santa Claus is not white, I mean not black.
Wait, we can't spoil you this because if you got kids that's watching this,
The fact
y'all was upset about Power last week.
The fact that she said that. The fact that she said that, Kevin. As if Santa Claus is a real person.
Cover your kids' ears.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Spoiler alert.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't mind kids celebrating, Santa Claus. Let's let a kid be a kid. I don't mind that. And I'm not one of those people, oh, Santa Claus not real. Don't tell your kids that Santa Claus is real. No. Let them kids enjoy Santa Claus. But what I'm saying is Santa Claus has no color.
Right.
So if he's black, white, Asian, Hispanic, the man on the fucking moon, it does not matter. He is Santa Claus. Okay? And for her to say that Santa Claus is not black, he's white, as if Santa Claus is a real person in the first fucking place.
Right. Because I've never seen no man come down no chimney. And where is he going?
And how the fuck did he get up there? And who would think to come through somebody's house through a chimney?
They found a little boy in somebody's chimney.
They found a lot of things in people's chimneys. People hide stuff in chimneys. They hide money in chimneys. They have jewelry in there. They take one of the bricks out and hide it in there. There was never mind.
So I'll tell you.
My grandmother had a chimney.
Yeah, so thank y'all for watching today's show. We had to try to lighten it up after talking about Kobe. And I feel better because I didn't cry. I didn't cry. But yeah, it had, excuse me, it's been tough to watch and hear all these different stories. Like, I'm learning so much. I knew he played basketball. I know he got the rings. His wife, the children. I was like, his wife still having babies, but I know he was doing so much behind the scenes.
I think him and his wife would have had more kids.
Yeah.
Because he's only 41.
Yeah, what else she doing?
She's going to get a lot of money.
Bitch,
She's
ain't going.
No, she's not going to
All the basketball players going to take care of her.
But I'm not even saying her taken care of. The money that he had, first of all, for him to be able to retire at 38 years old, 37, 38, your bank account is
right.
What
about his siblings and his mother and father?
Well, how many siblings did he have?
He had 2 older sisters. I'm not sure if he had a brother, but I know he got 2 older sisters.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how can the siblings or family fight over anything.
Well, they're not going to fight, but I mean, do they? I think that they should get something.
No, if he didn't put that, they get something.
Yeah, I'm hoping they put it in his will.
Listen, this is my thing. Okay? If the deceased did not put you down for something, then they did not put you down for something. Now, if I put Kevin Simmons down for something and Kevin Simmons decides that he wants to give a portion of what I gave him to some of my relatives, fine. That's on Kevin. But if I leave it all to Kevin, that's Kevin's money. And it's nobody else's money. You understand what I'm saying? It's nobody else's money. I had somebody tell me recently when their mother and father passed, or when their mother passed, their parents had 3 kids. And then there was another child that was related to them, but it was not their biological, it wasn't their child, but they adopted. But the mother had left money to the 3 kids.
Oh, not to the adopted one.
No, she didn't leave, or whatever the case may be. I'm not saying this right. The mother didn't leave anything, it was the money left over from the insurance. Like after everything was paid for, then they got the check. Instead of the 3 kids keeping the money for themselves, they split it with
that's the right thing to do.
It's the right thing to do. But did they have to do that?
Yeah, they're not.
They weren't obligated to do that.
Right.
They
But they did the right thing.
But they did the right thing. Yeah,
Right.
that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying.
Because some families
Won't do that.
Munty hungry.
Yes.
Okay, all they see is green.
Yeah.
You want to see
Cha-ching!
cha-ching.
Let the cash register
ring.
ring. Okay. And trust me, now that Kobe's dead, there are going to be relatives that you never even heard of coming out the
Well,
woods.
chill. Can you imagine? All right, let's not do that on this.
Wait a minute, I hope not. Oh boy.
Let's not do that
Oh
on
boy,
this.
did we just open up a can of worms?
Yes. Stop it. Stop.
All right, we didn't say it. We didn't say it.
Kobe, we ain't gonna do you like that.
No, we're not, and I hope you didn't do them like baby, this is gonna be good.
What you say? And I hope you didn't do them like that.
Okay?
Right. Because imagine,
Baby.
because them, they
Can you
the
imagine somebody
first
goes to that
ones.
memorial service, stand up there, boy, I just wanted to just know that me and my child, Kobe's son. What? Son? What kind of old girl? What's going on over here? Oh, boy. Talk about a soap opera. Oh, boy. As the world turns.
Everybody say gas en español. We were all gas en español.
Yeah, I'll be sitting there just like this.
And it's live on CNN.
And it's live. Oh, boy. I mean, you probably hear a pin drop in that staple. Oh, boy.
They better
good.
Well, what did Michael Jackson, your baby sister, not Janet, but did the real baby sister, did she go to the funeral?
What real baby sister?
Oh, you didn't know?
Michael Jackson had a real baby sister?
Yes!
What
Joe Jackson had one more.
Oh, yeah, we all knew that.
was she there?
I don't know, but she wasn't sitting with them. Catherine said, I want Michael. Can you blame her?
She got that head, just like Joe Jackson.
Does she?
And she's not attractive. But she's a Jackson.
But she's a Jackson. And she got that Jackson bloodline.
But she ain't gonna be a
But she's not invited to Thanksgiving.
Oh, no. They don't fuck with her.
No.
But they should, because that's, y'all. But she probably wasn't going to the press. But, you know.
Did she
but
go to the
your
press?
sister. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
She got a book and everything.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Well, then she's not invited to Christmas or
Her name
Thanksgiving.
is Giovanni Jackson.
Giovanna.
Giovanni Jackson.
Oh, wow.
J-O-H, like Jehovah, and then apostrophe. V-O. There she goes.
She's right there.
Giovanni Jackson.
Oh, she looks just like him. Oh,
Yeah,
my
I
God.
told you.
She's not bad looking. She got a big forehead.
Yeah, she got that behind head going.
Oh yeah, she definitely did.
Oh, but she got stories and books, and they don't want to deal with her. And,
Oh,
but
wow.
they invite you backstage and stuff. But I mean, I would want to get to know my sibling. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't.
Joe Jackson, she clearly had a relationship with him. Cause look, she's in pictures with him.
Right.
As a
But
little
she
girl
was a
and
love
everything.
child. She was a love child.
Well, yeah. And he was doing what he was supposed to do to keep that money in, because you ain't never heard
He
nothing
was,
about
because
it.
he was paying off.
Paying a mother off too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You never seen her before?
No, I never did. Never seen her before. And these are old. Oh, this is the mother.
Yeah.
Oh wait, half sister talks showing up with you.
No, that looked like her. But
Yeah, but I'm saying this says Michael Jackson half sister. Well, how old is she? It might be her.
she like 45. She got to be close to 50 probably.
But this is in the 70s, so this couldn't be her, because then she was a little child, a girl in the 70s.
Yeah,
This was in the 70s, so this must be her mother.
Well, it could be the 70s.
That's what I just said. But if she's 45, Kevin, then this can't be her.
I don't know who that is. But
You know what I'm
listen.
saying? It looks like her mother. Because 45 years ago, that's 1975,
Right.
and she was a baby in the 70s. That picture is
Oh,
from
yeah,
the 70s. See, so that's her mother.
I wasn't thinking right.
Well, are you ever?
Don't do that.
See, oh yeah, that is her mother. Her dad carried on his 25-year affair with her mother by pretending to be on business trips while secretly visiting his second family and spoiling her with gifts.
I believe it. I believe it. So yeah, if y'all didn't know, go ahead and research it. Go ahead and find it.
Well, I wonder if she was. Well, she damn sure wasn't sitting up there with Joe. Well, no, not Michael Jackson's funeral. Well, she had Joe Jackson's funeral. Well, she had to be, because she had to have had a relationship with him. Look at, this is her with him and Rita.
Yeah. Reapy and Janet look just like, I don't know where Latoya came from.
This is her and Janet.
Yeah, that was from 10 years ago.
You think they still talk?
Probably not. Probably not.
First of all, if I'm your sister, I don't want this band around my neck.
Well, you're a guest. You are invited to my show, okay? This is my show.
That's what Wendy told Orlando. No, what's her name? What's her name? Lady name? Or what?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Omarosa.
Yeah, I'm
Orlando. Giovanna. But who is this? Because this ain't her.
Oh, I don't know who that is. Who is that kid?
It don't say.
Joe Jackson's love.
He got how many love child he got? Wait. A lot of love going on.
Never meant to be.
You know what? I'm not saying nothing. I just hope they don't do that to Kobe Bryant's wife. Don't do that, because it's not going to be right if they do that. It's not a laughing matter. It's not.
Let's go. Thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Rest in peace to Kobe Bryant and his daughter, and to the other 7 passengers who were on that helicopter. I hope you all have a good week. We will see you later this week with a new video and a new podcast. If you are not listening to the podcast, make sure that you do. You can, if you want to listen on the website, I have the link for you guys. Or if you want to listen to us on the go via Spotify or Apple Music or Google Play, I have the links for you guys too. Y'all be safe, y'all be good, and y'all have a good week. Peace.
Now, you did say if I go on Hulu to watch The View, the episode, because The View didn't come on today.